the thing that Rumis do.
Yeah.
He says, in order for you to be able to achieve fana, you have to get rid of your ego. And that includes your own body.
Yes.
And all manifestation of that body.
Yeah. You have to strip yourself down to zero.
Nothing.
Zero. The word zero, by the way, you know that zero is invented in India, but it's a Buddhist word as well. I mean, it's in Sanskrit and then in Pali, shunya, shunyata, because zero also means emptiness. When you empty yourself, you become a receptacle for God's love to the fullest possible degree.
Yeah.
Emptiness and fullness are corollaries of each other. You see, it's a complicated set, and of course the theologians and the poets went berserk over this. मतलब इतना इस एपिसोड के ऊपर बहुत जबरदस्त 1000 साल से जो है डिबेट चल रही है.
So would you say?
Mean? How does one interpret it? To what extent does one allow this kind of eroticism? And the British come there, they say इनके पास philosophy. Of course, they have no clue what's going on. That this one episode has generated, I'm telling you, something like 50,000 pages of commentary in the Sanskrit texts.
So
50,000 pages.
So there is.
Yeah.
So in the story there is no sex, but there is sexuality.
Yeah.
And the eroticism,
as Vinay said, it could be allegorical.
It could be allegorical.
Allegorical meaning metaphorical, or
it's an allegory.
What's allegory? I don't know.
Well, that you don't read it literally. It's an allegory for. It's an allegory of man's love for the divine.
Yeah.
That's what an allegory means. Well, those are different literary terms. It's an allegory for man's love for the divine. In fact, by the way, according to the true Bhakti literature, the true devotee is always a woman. वो भी अलग किस्सा है, but because the idea is that a man can never completely strip himself of his ego. The Bhakti literature is quite strong on that view. Some strand of it, not all of it, some strand of it.
But so at the same time, we have to also remember that religions या traditional spiritual traditions जो evolve हुई उसके साथ हमारी अपनी biases जो हैं वो भी तो शामिल होती गई ना उसके अंदर. तो sexuality is a very very important part of our life, and वो ये जो आप कह रहे हैं कि for example, why did they choose this particular example as an allegory? May have to do with psychological.
It's a recognition of the fact that there is a realm of physicality to the idea of sex as well, that you will never be able to treat it purely at an allegorical level, that not everybody will be able to simply conceive of the love for the other as an instance of the love for the divine.
Right.
You see?
Right.
It's an acknowledgement of the weakness and frailty of human beings.
Because it is
and of their strength. There are those who can reach that as well. You see, that's it allows for that ambiguity.
Because it is a sexuality is or eroticism is gets a lot of attention of anybody, and maybe it's major part of the human experience or whatever.
Well, attention of everyone, that sounds too much like marketing kind of stuff,
No, I mean as a tool to get your attention and to deliver the message. Is that what this is? The content of the part of eroticism is there.
Aapki language jo hai na, both, it is too much embodied in this.
Language is too much what?
Too much embodied. You see, that's a problem.
It's marketized lingo.
बिल्कुल आपकी सारी लैंग्वेज जो है it has been completely taken over by the language of the market. Content, message. This is the market mentality. Everything cannot be put in the market language of the market.
Okay, let's not.
I'm just trying to alert you to.
But I'm not talking about marketing. I'm not talking about marketing. Because content, wait, listen.
Content. Try to understand what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying, but that's not where I'm coming from. Content is also like content of character, right? That's not marketing.
I know what you mean, but you see what I'm saying.
So content because in the Western tradition, they use the tool of story in the same way. So that's what they say about. There's a poet named Robert Bly. He talks about fairy tales.
I know Bly's work. In fact, he did the songs of Kabir as well. By the way.
So he talks about fairy tales. That fairy tales as a tool were used to deliver the content or the wisdom.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm asking. Is this same kind of thing?
I know what you're asking.
Story with these metaphors and the little flair of eroticism to deliver the message.
Yeah, but you see, that's what what I'm trying saying is
message is also what I mean by message is not marketing the spiritual message.
Okay, let me say a couple of things.
Or the wisdom, the message of wisdom.
You may not mean what, but that has nothing to do with the fact that a certain mode of language takes over the way in which we speak.
Let me tell you.
Okay?
This guy, this type of inquiry is a victim of its own idiom.
Yeah.
It's a because they.
You know exactly what I mean. You see,
I know. That's what I'm saying. The whole thing.
World has been taken over by the management model, whether we recognize it or not.
He's a victim of his own idiom. Okay, and when the idiom describes this,
he's probably wondering what's going on.
What's that?
लगाया हुआ है.
See, I can see that.
बहुत कुछ
deep yet now.
नहीं